too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm a fool while you're breaking rules. C'è una forza che brilla, si spicca il nome. La passione scintilla per chi vede col cuore ogni sfida.
Ladies and gentlemen, the match is about to begin. Let's give a warm welcome to the teams of Spain and Denmark. Now, may we have a moment of silence for the playing of the national anthem of Spain. And now, the national anthem of Denmark. Now, let's welcome the members of the team Spain. Wearing number 2, Baron Sergi. Wearing number 3, Quiroga Genis. Wearing number 4, Santonja Jorge. Wearing number 6, Martín Pedro. Wearing number 7, Sánchez Daniel. Wearing number 9, Pérez Alberto. The coach, Moreal Paco. The assistant coach, Estrani Carles. The staff, Pérez Alejandro. Now let's welcome the members of Denmark. Wearing number 7, Gregersen Kaspar. Wearing number 3, Fris Hansen Silas. Wearing number 8, Jensen Matthias. Wearing number 1, Lund Sigurd. Wearing number 9, Rasmussen Gustav. The coach, Lunde Svenne. The assistant coach, Iversen Malene. Let's welcome the referees, Violent Kimion and Steven Newey. Good luck to the teams.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the next game here between Spain and Denmark. You have Spain in the red jerseys with the white numbers, and you have, Denmark with the red jerseys and the white numbers, and Spain with the black and yellow jerseys with white numbers. Denmark had a very good and impressive win this morning, winning by, let's see, 6-3 against Portugal, 6-4 against Portugal, and you have Spain, who has had quite a tough tournament so far, has been one win in the first day against Italy. Uh, the starting lineups for both teams are for Denmark. It's the same as the previous game, with Rasmussen on the left. You have number 8 Jensen on center and Gregersen, number 7, on the right wing. For Spain, just gonna see the numbers so that I can see them correctly on the pitch. We have number 3 Quiroga on the left wing. We have number 7 Sanchez on the right wing, and we have number 6 Martins on the center. And Ivailo has already made his prediction, and he says 10-2 for the Vikings, and the Vikings is Denmark, for the one of you who doesn't know. It's a bold prediction, Ivalov, so we'll see. We are 1 minute away from the start of the game, and I believe that Denmark is a favorite in this game, but Spain has shown that they can shake up every team here in this tournament. They had a quite substantial loss against Greece yesterday when they lost 13-3, so hopefully they can shake that off and come back very strong in this game, because they are in a desperate need of a victory here. And we will have Spain with the first throw, and they are on the right hand side of the screen for you. And it is a very, very long horn, but we are ready. Kimion Bülent is starting the game. Sanchez with the first throw from center. Goes straight bounce, but blocked by Jensen. Jensen was the MVP in the previous game, was excellent in the defense. Rasmussen on the left hand side goes down the line and wide. Sanchez again on the right hand side goes into the middle, about 2.5 meters. Goes for the gap, but a good blocker there by the upper body of Rasmussen, and gives the ball to Gregersen on the right hand side. Cross court bounce, hits center. Martins passes the ball to Sanchez. Sanchez again with his third throw in a row with another effort, and the tactic is clear. They're going for the high bounces between Jensen and Rasmussen. A very close call there from Gregersen, but collectively blocked that ball. And Gregersen again with the ball, but meets Rasmussen on the center. Rasmussen's follow is hit to the right hand side, goes for the center, but again easy block is by Martins. And now Quiroga, we have to remember, has scored quite a few goals in this tournament so far. Sanchez from center goes for a high bounce again, and a beautiful effort, and just blocked out by the upper body of Jensen. And 10:42 remaining here. Gregersen on the right hand side goes down the line and out about 1.5–2 meters. Quiroga goes quietly around the center, close to his center, and a small roundup, and goes out, and the Jensen dives for the ball and almost takes Bulent with him. Rasmussen with the ball on the left hand side goes for a bounce into the, and a quick reply by Sanchez, and out wide. Rasmussen hands the ball over to Gregersen from center. Gregersen from center now goes to the left hand side, but blocked by the legs of Martins. And so far Spain has played really solid in the defense, with 1 minute and 45 seconds into the first half. Quiroga collects the ball on the left hand side, sneaks over to the left hand side, and goes in between the gap, but a very nice blockage there by the feet of Gregersen. And Capitao Pereira says, good morning, and good afternoon, Florin. I hope Spain win, but I have many doubts about it. Denmark is favorite, it's true, but ... Sanchez collects the ball on the left hand side, goes over to the right hand side. We have a nice shade check on Jensen. Now Sanchez standing in the back center, goes back to the left hand side and goes for a high bounce and a long ball on Sanchez. It's less than 2 minutes into the first half. Denmark has the first penalty with them, and Gregersen is going to throw. Gregersen with the ball in center. Goes and hits the post. And goes slowly into the goal. And Sanchez doesn't move. Doesn't react for the ball. I don't know why he didn't throw himself backwards. Yeah, then and the time clock was running during the penalties. I think it was 10:01. Nevertheless, Denmark is leading 1-0. Quiroga tries with an effort of his own, but blocked by Jensen. Rasmussen on the left hand side, almost to the center, and goes to the center. He has had problems with the angles in this game so far. Rasmussen, he was excellent in the previous game today against Portugal. Now Gregersen from right hand side. Quiroga on the left hand side. From left, goes for a bounce to the gap, but blocked by the legs of Jensen, and hands the ball over to Rasmussen, who goes out to the left hand side all the way to the sideline, goes down the line. Easy blockage by Sanchez. Sanchez from center, blocked by the legs of Rasmussen. Rasmussen collects the ball on the left hand side, sneaks over to the right hand side, all the way over to the right hand side, goes for the gap, and just after some second time defending, Quiroga collects the ball, and Jensen blocks the ball in the center and hands the ball over to Gregersen. Gregersen from center with a bounce, cross court, passes Martins, but blocked by Sanchez. Sanchez from center, cross court bounce, blocked by the hands of Jensen, and hands the ball over to Gregersen again on the right hand side. Quiroga from the left hand side stands on the left, bounce straight to the center. Rasmussen from center now goes to too much in the middle, and it touches the legs of Martins. Sanchez goes into the center with the bounce, goes to the left hand side but blocked by the arms of Gregerson. Gregerson now from center goes to the right, but then a quick reply by Quiroga, blocked by the feet of Jensen, and he dives himself afterwards, but couldn't catch the ball, and the ball goes back over to Sanchez. Now Sanchez has the ball from the center to the left hand side, and it goes wide. 7 minutes and 32 seconds into the first half, left of the first half here, and we have a 1-0 for Denmark. And Rasmussen on the left hand side goes down the line, a quick reply by Sanchez, and a good block there by Jensen. Collects the ball and runs back and gives the ball to Gregerson. Gregerson from center, very nice bounce there. There's a small gap on the, yeah, correctly judged there by Stephen Newey, the referee from England. The players were talking at the same time as a throw, so it's a team delay of game penalty against Spain, and Denmark picks Martins to defend. Rasmussen will throw. And a very beautiful penalty there for Rasmussen, and Rasmussen wants to drink some water. He made the sign to his bench, and leading 2-0, double the lead. 7 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here of the first half. Gregerson collects the ball on the left hand side, runs over to the right hand side, goes for the gap, but collected by the arms of Martins. Now quick throw from Quiroga on the left hand side and blocked by Gregerson. Rasmussen collects the ball on the right hand side, goes down the line and wide, almost on release. Just after release the ball was out. Sanchez gets the ball in the center and throws from center with a bounce, but straight to the center, and it's very easily blocked there by Jensen. Hands the ball over to Gregerson on the right hand side, goes cross-court bounce. Sanchez collects, easy block, goes into the center again, and the majority of his throw from center has been, all been from center. Yeah, I think he needs to mix it up a little bit more to change the angles, change the defensive views for Denmark. So, and Spain has the first time out here of the game with 6:23 remaining in this game, and Denmark is comfortably leading so far. They haven't really been threatened. And for you who are watching the game along with me, what do you think about the game so far? And what are your predictions? We have already have one from Ivailo, who said 10-2 for the Vikings. And Dom Roper says just clapping emoji. And I think he's pleased with this result. And remember, I'm all alone in this game, so keep me company in the chat box. Rasmussen from the left hand side goes down the line, goes for the gap, but no success. Yeah, the ball goes over back to Denmark again, because it was an out when the pass was backwards towards Sanchez. And Gregerson goes to the left hand side and collects the ball from Rasmussen. Sneaks over to the right hand side. Goes cross court effort. And just pushed out by Sanchez. Sanchez meets Quiroga on center, hands him the ball, and Quiroga now on the left hand side. Goes for center, but blocked by Jensen easily. Rasmussen on the left hand side. Goes down the line and just wide. Sanchez on the right hand side. Wide for about 1.5 meter. Rasmussen hands the ball over to Gregersen, who goes back to the right hand side. Goes cross court again, and easy blockage by Sanchez, and comes over to the center, hands the ball over to Quiroga, who follows him to the right hand side. Goes from center, passes, and we have a beautiful goal from Quiroga, and we have 2-1 in the game between Denmark and Spain, and very beautiful goal from Quiroga. Sanchez on the right hand side, passes, goes cross court, but blocked by the upper body of Jensen. Now Gregersen on the right hand side, goes for the gap. He touches the arms of Martins, and the second goal for Gregersen is a fact, and we have 4:57 remaining here. 3-1 Denmark. Gregersen's second goal. Quiroga on the left hand side, goes cross court, blocked by the legs of Jensen. Gregersen on the right hand side, goes cross court, blocked by the center Martins. Jensen hands the ball over to Rasmussen. Rasmussen from center, goes for the same gap, but this time it's not successful. Quiroga with a quick reply here. Short run up with a throw. Stands on the 3 meter line. Gregersen on the right hand side, goes for a cross court bounce, and it sneaks it away in between Martins and Sanchez, and Paco is now not happy with the team at all, and Denmark is leading 4-1 with 4 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. Jensen, easy block, hands the ball over to Rasmussen. Rasmussen from center, goes for the same gap, but no success there either. Quiroga takes the ball in center, goes to the left. An awkward bounce, but a good blockage by Jensen, and hands the ball over to Gregersen. Gregersen from right hand side, goes for the same gap, and they are really finding the edges of the center now. Denmark very successfully. Rasmussen from the right hand side this time, goes down the line, underneath. Quiroga touches the post and goes out. Quiroga hands the ball over to Sanchez. Sanchez goes from center, and it looks like Paco Monreal is preparing a substitution here. It looks like he's preparing number 9 Perez to come into the court soon, and Perez has been very successful with his offense so far in this tournament and have had very good throws. Sanchez on the right hand side, now we have Gregersen on the right hand side, cross court bounce, blocked by the legs of Sanchez, and the miscommunication there between Martins and Sanchez, and just out. I think Paco is ready for the substitution with 2 minutes and 56 seconds remaining. Rasmussen on the left with a bounce into the gap. Martins hands the ball over to Sanchez. Sanchez cross court bounce, blocked by Jensen, and leaves the ball outside. Very smart from Jensen to get a few more seconds to rest. Now Gregersen on the right hand side, goes down the line, and a quick reply by Quiroga, who good throw, but very solid defense by Gregerson. And Rasmussen from center. Oh, passes the center, touches the legs of Quiroga and goes over the crossbar. And 2:27 remaining. Sanchez on the right hand side. Goes for the gap. Passes the first line of defense in Jensen, but Rasmussen collects behind him. Oh, very, very nice shot from Rasmussen. And he's so disappointed that one didn't go in. And a timeout for Denmark, a very well timed timeout here for Denmark. 2:03 left on the first half, and Denmark is leading 4-1. And we have some comments here in the chat box. We have "Come on Denmark" from Nigel Evans and Oosh, and I think you're referring to the post from Rasmussen. And Dom Roper says, "Apply the pressure, Denmark. Good stuff, lads." And a question mark, but I believe that you were meant to put a highlight mark for that one. 2:03 remaining on the clock, and Denmark, and Gregerson has the ball in his hand. Gregerson goes down the line, passes. Quiroga goes with only one arm towards the sideline. It jumps over his arm and just out. Quiroga goes all the way over to the right hand side, fires from center, blocked by the legs of Jensen, and he runs back, gives the ball to Rasmussen. Rasmussen from center, just blocked by Martins. Very good save, and the substitution for Spain. It's Martins who goes out, and we have Perez who comes onto the court. And I believe that Sanchez now will go up on the center position. .145 remaining, and please keep me company on the chat box. Denmark has really impressed so far with the defensive play, and it's just a continuation of the great defense they had earlier today against Portugal. Quiroga on the right hand side goes down the line and blocked by the legs of Rasmussen, and Rasmussen now goes over to the right hand side, goes down the line underneath Quiroga, and it was just a matter of time, because he does that too many times, and I know we have talked about it earlier in the games for Spain. And a beautiful goal from Rasmussen, and 5-1 for Denmark, the second goal for Rasmussen. And Spain has issues, especially Martins and Quiroga, that they are so high up with their upper body in the defense, so many goals have gone in their armpits. Something to address for the Spanish coach Paco Monreal. 1:31 remaining here. Perez with his first throw. A very good, powerful throw there, but a good blockage by the arms of Jensen. Passes the ball back to Gregerson. Quiroga again on the left hand side. Rasmussen from the center goes, and the long ball from Gregerson with 1:01 remaining here in the first half, and it's a small invitation for Spain to get themselves back into the game. Can Quiroga score? And a very beautiful blockage there by Rasmussen. Very beautiful save, and it was a good penalty, but the save was phenomenal from Rasmussen. He's on fire this game. Gregerson on the right hand side. goes to the center but blocked there by Sanchez and passes the ball back to Perez. Perez on the right hand side goes to the center but blocked by Jensen. Spain needs to use more angles and get away from the center much more than they have been doing this first half. It has been too easy for the Danish defense to work, and a very lazy defensive position there by Rasmussen. Goes out with one leg and just pushes the ball out, and we have only 29 seconds remaining here of the first half. Gregersen collects the ball on the left hand side, goes all the way over to the right hand side. A slower bounce and a quick reply by Quiroga, but again straight to the middle. Rasmussen goes to the left hand side, goes down the line, but a good block is by Perez. And Perez out with 3 seconds remaining. Will Denmark go? Yeah, it looks like it. Rasmussen looks like he's the one who run to the right hand side with 3 seconds remaining. Goes for it and quick reply, but nope. Goes out, and we go to the second half with Denmark leading 5-1, and a very, very well performed first half from Denmark. 2 penalties for Spain in the beginning to give the Denmark the 2-goal cushion and the breathing room to play calmly and not chase a goal. And for Spain, I think it's been a little bit too much easy mistakes in the defense, which have given Denmark some easy few goals. But Spain is really struggling in the offense, especially the precision. They are too much in the center and making the life very easy for Jensen. Of course, he has to work for it, but it's not the amount of work that you want to put to a center. So we'll see now what Paco Monreal has in. He has a lot of experience, so perhaps he had some ideas now how to bring his players back into this game. But the Danish players look very calm, and it looks like we're gonna have a halftime substitution. Rasmussen goes out, and we have number 3 for Denmark, Hansen. Silas Friis Hansen comes onto the court for the second half, and he was substituted in the previous game also against Portugal, and did very solid in the defense. Got a high ball against him, so something he needs to work on, because he has his throwing technique is very risky, so perhaps could see a high ball against Hansen, but I think that they have talked to him about that after the previous game. And yes, I totally agree. Nice play from Denmark, says Jens Dahl, and Nigel Evans says a great first half. I couldn't agree more, and especially from Denmark, they are. It just seems like they have found new energy today, because both the game against Portugal and this game they have played exceptionally well in the defense, and Rasmussen in the offense has been exceptional. And in this game, Gregersen said, "Hey, I want a piece of that cake," so he has scored 3 goals already, and the hat trick for him is a fact going into the second half, where Denmark will have the first throw. Gregerson with the first throw, collects the ball on the center, goes out to the right hand side. Cross court bounce, blocked by Perez. Perez goes from center but wide to the right hand side. Hansen on the left hand side goes cross court bounce and blocked out by Quiroga. Quiroga on the right hand side goes to the center again, but like I've said earlier this game, the result is 5-1 for Denmark against Spain. Like I said earlier, Spain is hitting the center way too much. It's not causing any problems for the Danish defense, and Jensen is very tall for sure, but they need to find a way to get outside of his reach, just like that throw over there. But a beautiful save by Gregerson, and Felix Roge, the German player, says, have to point this out with the goggles on. Gregerson kind of looks like the lost sibling of Arturas from Lithuania. Perhaps. Quiroga from left hand side to the center, blocked by Jensen, and hands the ball over to Hansen. Hansen on the left hand side goes to the center, and Perez, about 2 meters into the court, goes for the gap, passes Jensen, but a beautiful blockage there by Hansen, and Gregerson now from center goes to the left hand side, blocked by the arms of Perez. I think it touched his eye shade, but no, it didn't, perhaps. Perez now goes cross court from the right hand side, but hits dead center. Yeah, we have the equipment check for Perez. It looked like it touched his eye shades. With 10 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here of the first half, second half, and Denmark is leading 5-1 against Spain, as is controlling this game very easily. But it's also a result of the way Spain is playing in the offense. They are hitting center way too much. Gregerson now on the right hand side goes for the gap, but too much to the right, and Quiroga on the left hand side now goes for the center with an awkward bounce, and we have a substitution for Denmark. Sigurd Lund comes into the court, and the hat-trick scorer Gregerson goes out, and one good thrower is replaced by another very good thrower, and Sigurd Lund, a young guy, but has a very good throws. And with 10:04 remaining here of the second half, can Denmark squeeze in a couple of more goals, or will Spain find a way to crawl themselves back into this game? Hansen with the first throw from the left hand side, goes down the line, blocked by Perez. Perez now on the right hand side goes, he has very powerful throws, but yet again straight to the center, and you can't shoot through a player. Good first throw from Sigurd Lund from center to the left hand side, just blocked by the upper body of Quiroga. Quiroga stands on the 3-meter line with a short run up, but hits center. Sigurd Lund from the right hand side, cross court, goes out. Paco Monreal is giving some instructions to his players. Perez now moves from right to left after the instructions, and wide, and a couple of meters, more than 2 meters out wide there. But it was a good idea from Paco Monreal to have his player move to the left hand side and go down the line. Sigurd Lund meets Hansen in the center, gives him the ball. Hansen from center, just outside of the reach for Sanchez, and Hansen blocks the ball, hands the ball over to Sigurd Lund. Lund now from center goes just to the right of the center, but blocked by the legs of Sanchez. Now Sanchez throws himself from center and blocked by Jensen. Lund from right, cross-court bounce. A good blockage by Perez. With exactly 9 minutes left of the second half, I think Spain has found quite good level in the defense now. Since Perez came in, and we have a long ball, and we talked about it. They gave away 2 penalties in the first half to give Denmark 2-0, and now they are starting the second half by giving away 1 penalty. And now Hansen goes to the right hand side. Perez also on the right hand side, and blocked by Perez. It was an okay penalty there from Hansen, but Perez went to the left and guessed right. Sigurd Lund collects the ball in the center, goes back to the left hand side, goes down the line, and Perez with a quick reply, and Jensen the wall in the middle. Sigurd Lund on the right hand side, goes with a high bounce and wide. Let's go Sigi out, our very own Fen Tiger. Fen Tigers is a team from United Kingdoms, a very successful team there, I should add. And 8:22 remaining here on the second half. Denmark is leading 5-1 against Spain, and as it looks like now, Spain doesn't have any medicine against this, any counters to the great defense of the Danish team. Spain has one more game after this one, and it's against Portugal tomorrow. Ooh, very good effort there. Goes underneath Sigurd Lund, touches the post, but then collected by Sigurd Lund. One more quick reply, and now they are putting some pressure on Denmark. And Paco Monreal really likes what he's seeing now. And for Denmark here now, just to be calm and just continue to do the same work here. But it has been a couple of throws here where Spain has been not hitting dead center, and immediately they are causing problems. Quiroga now cross court and pushed wide by Hansen. I think this is one of the keys to break up the Danish defense. You need to use all the 9 meters on the court. Sigurd Lund on the left hand side goes for the gap, but blocked by Sanchez, and now the ball is in the hands of Perez on the right hand side. Goes for the gap, but too much in the middle. Jensen collects that one. Hansen cross court bounce. Quiroga with a quick reply to the center, and Lund from center. Quick reply again from Quiroga, but again to the center. Hansen now on the left hand side goes for the gap, but easy blockage by Perez, and a quick reply, and Hansen gives the ball to Lund from center. A bounce to the left hand side and blocked by Sanchez, and passes the ball back to Quiroga with a short run up, and a good blockage by the legs of Jensen. court. And, an equipment check. As a wet floor here for the Danish team. Well, they're gonna do wiping the floor in both ends of the court. With 6 minutes and 44 seconds remaining here, the Spanish team has just gotten up the tempo a little bit and just putting a lot more pressure on Denmark, but they had a couple of throws on the wings which were dangerous, and now they're just straight back to the center player again. And it looks like Paco Monreal is preparing a substitution. It looks like it's number 2 for Spain who's going to come in, Sergi Baron. Perez with the ball on the right hand side. Goes to the center, blocked by Jensen. Lund on the center. Goes for the left post, for the right post, but no success there. Quiroga takes the ball on the left hand side, goes into the middle. Goes from center to Sigurd Lund, and Jensen collects, hands the ball over to Hansen. Hansen goes to the left hand side, and a very easy goal again for Denmark. A 6-1 for Denmark, Hansen's first goal of the game. And the substitution between Quiroga and Baron is a fact now, with 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Denmark is leading 6-1, and Hansen has scored his first goal of the game. And the referee is pleased with the eye shades and is heading back to the 6-meter line to start the game after the time of substitution again. Perez on the left hand side. Passes Jensen, blocked by Lund. Lund now with the bounce, touches the ricochets of Sanchez's legs, and we have 7-1 for Denmark, and Lund has scored his first goal with 6 minutes and 3 seconds remaining, and they're just gonna mop the floor again because it's getting warmer and warmer in the venue, and the guys are sweating a lot. And for Denmark, for Spain, Perez has moved over from the right wing to the left wing now, and he goes with his arms inwards, so I think that might be a possibility for Denmark to use in the deep pocket from the sideline in between the Spanish left wing and the center. Hansen on the right hand side goes to the left, but blocked by Baron. Baron on the right hand side blocks the ball. Now Lund from center. And a very good effort there, by combined blockage there by Baron and Sanchez. Baron now on the right hand side goes cross court, and Lund collects the ball. Hansen collects the ball in center, goes to the left hand side. Cross court, blocked by Perez. The time is running. Just wide and just outside of the court. With 5:07, Denmark is leading 7-1, and a very comfortable lead. And again, wet floor. I think we're gonna have a lot of these timeouts for the mopping of the floor, and Paco Monreal even throws in a towel to Perez to dry off his arms, because you don't get a grip on the ball either when your arms and sweat are so sweaty. And I'm close, only 4 goals, says Ivailo. Well, I think you said 10-2, yeah. Hansen on the left hand side goes to the center, and a quick reply by Sanchez. Touches the legs of Jensen and goes out, and Paco Monreal can't believe it. Lund on the left hand side goes cross court, blocked by Perez. Perez now on the left hand side goes down the line, touches the arms of Jensen, and Lund now. He slipped, fell down, and got a noise penalty against him. I don't know what I think about this kind of situation, because you don't slip and risk of injuring yourself. But rules are rules, but I don't really like this rule at all, to be honest. And Lund is sitting on the left hand side at the 6-meter line. And a beautiful save by Lund. Wow, what a beautiful save. And he's so calm and so confident walking back to the goal, just saying, that's just my job. Hansen takes the ball in center, goes to the left hand side. 4:26 remaining here on this second half, when Baron goes to the center. Jensen collects, hands the ball over to Lund. Who throws a bounce, awkward bounce, and touches the upper body of Sanchez and goes backwards, but Baron saves. Now we have Perez, who goes on the left hand side. A good throw, but very calmly blocked by Lund. Lund from center goes to the right hand side, but a good blockage there by Perez. Perez goes to the center. Goes to the right hand side. Now Jensen collects the ball and runs back to Lund. Gives him the ball. Lund goes to the center, but blocked there by Sanchez. And now Baron on the right hand side goes cross court and out. Arvid Ryberg says, looked like he really tried to be quiet when he fell. It didn't sound loud on the stream. Feels harsh. Well, Arvid, I don't think you can control how hard you fall. In that situation, of course, you can control the fallings, but not in that situation when you are spinning around, throwing a ball weighing 1.25 kilograms as hard as you can. To do that and then to control how hard how much it's gonna sound when you fall down, no. I just think it's a very harsh rule, but nevertheless it's the rule. And Hansen from center goes to the left hand side and out. 3:16 remaining. Denmark is leading 7-1, and Sanchez on the right hand side goes for center and blocked. Lund goes from center and just kisses the post on the right hand side, and Perez had a small gap from his hands to the post that almost was taken advantage of. Baron is on the left hand side, does a dummy run, and Perez now on the left hand side goes for the gap, but blocked by Lund. And we have a timeout for Denmark with 2:58 remaining. and I think Denmark is really controlling this game and is not being threatened at all. They had a couple of throws here for a couple of minutes ago from Spain. Other than that, they have had more or less nothing against Denmark in this game. And for Denmark, it's just being like a cruise control to the end of the game here. And yes, we have 2 minutes and 58 seconds remaining here, but I have really difficulty believing that Spain have something that we haven't seen yet, and what we have seen so far is not good enough to beat Denmark. Lund goes out to the left hand side, touch in between the legs of Sanchez, goes up to the post and goes out to the right hand side, and now Perez takes the ball on the right hand side, sorry, left hand side, goes from center to center, and like the majority of the game, no problems at all for Jensen. And the ball goes out, and Baron now on the right hand side goes down the line, and a very impressive defensive there from Hansen. Hands the ball over to Lund in the center. Lund goes to the right hand side, goes to the center, but easy block is there by Sanchez. Now Sanchez from center with a high bounce. Oof, a very awkward defensive position there by the hands of Jensen, but every way counts. Perez now on the left hand side. Goes into the gap, but blocked by the legs of Lund. Now Hansen collects the ball in the center, throws from center with an awkward bounce to the left hand side, but Baron collects it very easily. Now again hits the center in Denmark. Now Lund from center, cross court. Good defensive work there by Baron. And again from Baron to the center, Jensen. He has worked a lot in this game, so I can imagine he will sleep very nicely. And Hansen again from the left hand side, an awkward bounce to the center. It goes in between the legs of Sanchez, and once again it's too easy. Easy mistakes there for Spain that gives Hansen his second goal of the game. Denmark's 8th goal, and very close one there for Spain, but unfortunately no success, and with Spain takes their second timeout with 1:16 remaining here of the second half, and Denmark is leading 8-1, and you have the recap of the previous goal with a beautiful bounce. But to be honest, the defense is very sloppy in that moment, so it's a very easy goal for Denmark, but they won't say no to that. Ivai Lovato, so Greece is the leader of this pool. Yes, they are. They have the best goal difference and are leading now, but they play a very tough game against Portugal later today. So now after this game we have France against Sweden. Oops. And again I think Lund needs to go home and to practice on how to fall quietly. I just hope, I'm just kidding for the ones who are listening. Of course he can't control that. I just hope that he didn't hurt himself, because it's getting really dangerous, this wet floor situations. And we have Sigurd Lund standing on the 6-meter line, and I believe that he will go back. He's standing just by the 6-meter line. Lund. Perez on the stands just in front of the 3-meter line. And a very, very beautiful save again from Lund. He must have some kind of superhuman ability to read the penalties, because it was a perfect penalty straight down the line. But great defensive work there by Lund. And 53 seconds remaining here. Denmark is leading 8-1. It has never been a question on who's going to win this game. Lund with a great effort there from the right hand side and blocked by Perez. Perez goes into the center, over to the right hand side and goes for center, and a beautiful shot there. Just passes Jensen, who has had an incredible game so far. 8-2 for Denmark with 31 seconds remaining, and Perez has his first goal of the game, Spain's second goal, and Denmark is leading comfortably with 8-2. Nigel Evans says Siggy is doing this for the kicks. Perhaps. I just hope that he doesn't get injured when he falls like that, because we don't want to see that. Hansen on the left hand side goes into the center. From center, Hansen goes to the left hand side, and a very good blockage there by Baron. Baron comes into the center, goes with a bounce, awkward bounce, but a good blockage there by Jensen. 13 seconds remaining. Lund from center takes it quite easy now. Now Perez on the left hand side goes into the center, goes over to the right hand side, tries to copy the previous throw, but no success, and Denmark wins by 8-2, and a very, very well deserved game from Denmark, and a beautiful game. And for Spain, I think they have a lot to work on, especially the easy mistakes they do in the defense, and they have a hard way now to go through. They have a win, which is good, but they will have a very, very tough quarterfinal against the number one in the next group. Well, thank you very much, all of you, for watching the game with me, and see you soon. Take care.